to look at the presentation and raise your questions if needed. This is actually the moment for the press where they can get their footage and also ask the questions to the organizing committee, heading by Alex Molds. Welcome back to Suriname, Alex. And of course, to his side, his right hand, Marcela Cuertas, also on the table, Mrs. Marnidal, as a consultant, from Staatsolie, our host, Ms. Manisha Durga and Mr. Kailas Shisser, Ms. Priscilla assisting on the table, and Mr. Bilkedijk, I believe, from Improsur, our security company, and of course, Naim, our go-to man in regards to venue. Thank you for being here. We are talking about the new venue for SEOGS 2025. May I please now invite Alex Mould.
Perfect, thank you. Yes, I think we'll do this part sitting down. Just thank you for coming, and we'll just run through a bit of information on this year's events and on previous events, and features of the new venue. So I think importantly the kind of year-on-year growth of the events has been very, very strong. We originally started the event back in 2021 as a virtual event during the pandemic, and since then, as you see the figures for delegates, we've grown the number of delegates attending year on year, and just for your reference, the delegate makeup is normally about 50% from Suriname, 50% international, and really the purpose of an event like this is it serves a dual purpose: to promote local entrepreneurship and to attract international investment. So the exhibitor numbers have followed a similar trajectory, from just over 100 in 2022 to 150 in 2023 to 200 exhibitors last year, and the visitor numbers, which is one of the things that I always find most fascinating for a country the size of Suriname. In 2022 we had 5,000 visitors. In 2023 we had 7,000 visitors, and last year we had an incredible 10,000 visitors. And I think the most important point to make about visitors is it's free to attend SEOGS as a trade visitor. Trade visitors just need to pre-register, and you get access to the exhibition on days 2 and day 3, and then on day 4, the final day, it's open to general public. So anybody, even if you're not in a business, students can come and attend the exhibition. So it's really open to everybody to learn about what's happening in the energy, oil and gas sector in Suriname and the wider region. And I think luckily for us this year, the government has recently announced that there will be a public holiday on June the 20th, which coincides with the general public day of this year's SEOGS, meaning it should be more accessible than ever to the people of Suriname to come and see what's happening in the sector. Just jumping on to the next slide, it gives you a bit of a breakdown of the stats and demographics and the geolocation. Our job as Staatsolie's kind of partner and the event organiser on this event is really to promote it internationally and to bring international investors and developers to meet here and form joint ventures with Surinamese businesses. And then you can see our projections, our figures that we're hoping to get to for 2025. So kind of 200 speakers, 250 exhibiting companies, 1,000 delegates, and 12,000 trade visitors, which maybe that'll be even higher given this conveniently timed public holiday.
17 tot en met 20 juni is er weer een oil and gas summit.
Across the world.
En daarover gaan
at this point I'm just going to hand over to Manisha, who will speak a little bit about the corporate social responsibility and what this event SEOGS has enabled us to do.
SEOGS is 17 tot en met 20 juni weer in Suriname.
Thank you, Alex. Please allow me to do this in Dutch. A little bit easier. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Staatsolie, welcome. The beautiful thing, one of the beautiful things of SEOGS, een van de mooie dingen van SEOGS, is ook de revenues, de opbrengsten die Staatsolie jaarlijks daaraan verdient. Wij hebben vanaf het begin van SEOGS besloten als bedrijf dat we dat niet in onze winstpot gaan stoppen, maar dat we dat gaan teruggeven aan de gemeenschap door middel van sociale investeringen. We zijn in 2021 gestart. We hebben toen het ministerie ondersteund door de aanschaf van vaccins in de strijd tegen COVID, In 2022 hebben we 3 scholen een grondige renovatie laten ondergaan. Er zijn scholen die dat heel hard nodig hadden. Dat hebben we gedaan in gebieden waar we niet operationeel zijn. Bewust hebben we daarvoor gekozen. Dus het waren scholen in Marowijne en Komwijne. In 2023 zijn we begonnen met de renovatie van het LTS. Als u langs de Jagannath Lachmanstraat rijdt, dan ziet u dat niet alleen het naadeel, maar nu ook het LTS een mooie upgrade krijgt. En dat alles dankzij de revenues van SEOGS. En de oplevering daarvan is gepland voor over enkele maanden in juni dit jaar. Verder bij de fondsen van vorig jaar, die gaan we deels ook investeren in LTS. We doen dat samen met onze partner Chevron. En het andere deel gaan we investeren in een local content enterprise development center. Een initiatief van Staatsolie en ook anderen die dat wensen te ondersteunen. Dat is het in een nutshell. Dus meedoen aan SEOGS betekent meer opbrengsten die we kunnen investeren in de Surinaamse gemeenschap. Dank u wel.
Perfect, thank you, Manisha. This is just an overview behind me of this year's venue layout. So, as you know, we're in a new venue. We're here at Roelie's, who are one of our sort of partners on the event, and Naeem's sitting down at the end here. So they've always been our primary stand contractor for SEOGS over the last 3 or 4 years. Now the event has got to a certain size, it needs a bigger venue, so we're very happy to be here. And a new venue provides us the opportunity for lots of new event features, which I'll just talk you through some of the features on the next slide. So yeah, first off, it's a larger venue space. I mean, we've been very happy at the Torrerica over the last 3 years, but they're building a big new tower, so I'm sure everyone is aware that we were looking for a new home for the event, and we needed somewhere with more space for the continued growth of the event. It's enabled us to extend Hall 3, so it's now double the size of previous years. It's enabled us to move Hall 1 inside, so we're sitting in what will be Exhibition Hall 1, so it's the first time in three years we've been able to host one of the exhibition halls inside. Hall 2 that you might have seen outside, we've already put up the structure. This is a co-investment we've made with Roelie's in the new Hall 2, so that's there. We're going to build a bigger exhibitor cafe, so exhibitors have a space where they can meet, where they can network, a bigger delegate lounge, so Hall 1 will connect to Hall 2 through a delegate lounge that Varesh and Jumbo will design and curate for us. We will have a new auditorium that you might have seen on your way in, and we can give the press a guided tour afterwards. And that new auditorium, I think, will be the largest auditorium in Suriname now, and take up to 850 kind of delegates for the opening ceremony of SEOGS on day 1. We have more parking space. There's a car park over here. There's also another field that we are hiring from the landowner next door. We're already talking to the local communities about the event and the size of it and what's happening, and we come to an agreement with one of the owners next door to hire a field that will turn into an additional car park. So, you know, nearly all of the delegates and exhibitors that are attending will have a car parking space within the venue, and you know, the traffic and the kind of chaos that the event caused when it was at Torrerica was you know, something that now we won't have that challenge with this venue. We also have 2 overspill car parks on the other side of the Magenta Canal for all the trade visitors and general visitors that are coming. On top of that, we have pre-camps. So we actually invested, another investment we're making here locally in 5 pre-camps. So these will be, they're like containers that will turn into private meeting rooms. They'll be connected to the delegate lounge. One will be the Staatsolie, our kind of hosts and our partners. Total Energies have booked one, Petronas have booked one, Chevron have booked one. The other pre-camp will be available to sponsors and exhibitors to book private meetings in a kind of curated concierge service. Because we're here at Roelie's, and it means our levels of customer service will be better than ever before. You know, these guys are professionals, they do this sort of thing for a living, and it means we'll have longer build-up and breakdown times. So all of the local contractors, the stand builders, will have longer to design the stands for this year's event. We'll be able to bring in food trucks, so we can showcase local cuisine, local coffees, local foods. So this is the first time will be able to do this because when you're at a hotel venue, you're kind of constrained to use the hotel suppliers, so that's a fantastic opportunity to bring in more local suppliers and showcase the flavours of Suriname. We'll have a large Heineken bar or Parvo bar. I mean, obviously they'll sell both, so that's a fantastic thing as well. We won't serve alcohol before midday. We'll be open, as I mentioned before, with the food trucks. We'll be open to more local suppliers because we're in a new venue. It means we can have caterers in. Sorry, I think I'm speaking a little bit quickly. So yeah, there will be more opportunities for more suppliers, more printers, more florists, more stand contractors, more catering companies. We can have different companies providing coffee on different coffee breaks. So it just opens the whole event up to a larger ecosystem of local suppliers here in Suriname. Yeah, just as I've already mentioned a couple of times, the level of customer service that we get here at Roelie's means we're all in safe hands for this year's event. And then there will be a larger rum bar. We're just in the final stages of negotiations with our partners at Borgo Rum, and we will hopefully be able to announce that soon. And again, it's promoting brand Suriname to the world. And then I'm just going to pass back over to Marcella or to Malcolm from InProsa to talk through the initial kind of security plan and sort of traffic and venue plan that we're currently working on for this year's event.
Oké, het gaat over dus de Oil and Gas Summit van 17 tot en met 20 juni. En ze gaan het nu in Roelie's houden, waar we nu zijn. We gaan straks een tour krijgen. Er zijn veel meer mogelijkheden hier bij Roelie's.
Goedemiddag, pers.
Goedemiddag.
Ik zal het even toelichten, in het kort het veiligheidsplan voor dit groot evenement. Mijn naam is Malcolm Bilkerdijk, ik ben de CEO van InProsa NV. Zoals u naar die plattegrond kijkt, ziet u dat dit is de plattegrond van het evenemententerrein. Je hebt één rijrichting, dat is de linkse, waar je naar binnen rijdt. Die komen vanaf, zal ik op een andere plattegrond even uitleggen. We hebben met die verkeersstromen rekening gehouden dat het allemaal veilig en goed verloopt. Dus dat je geen verkeersstromen tegen elkaar in krijgt. Mensen worden op het terrein afgezet, VIP's. Je hebt ook een parking space, dat zie je naast hal 2. Dat is allemaal voor genodigden. Die zullen ook allemaal bewaakt worden. En natuurlijk worden de auto's ook ordelijk naast elkaar geparkeerd. Daar zal InProsa voor zorg dragen. We hebben in ons security plan hebben we rekening gehouden met security officers. We hebben rekening gehouden met verkeersregelaars en we hebben rekening gehouden met parkeerwachten. Zoals Alex al zei en Marcella hebben we nog een paar parking places aan de overkant, Magenta Kanaalweg, dus naast de Rock Oil heb je die. En dus naast de Rock Oil en je hebt hem ook op de hoek van de Frederikshoofdweg. Daar heb je een voetbalveld. Ook die zullen bemand worden, zodat alle bezoekers en mensen van de stands veilig hun auto daar kunnen neerzetten. Zoals je kunt zien hebben we goed nagedacht over het veiligheidsplan en hoe de verkeersstromen voor gemotoriseerd vervoer of transport zal plaatsvinden. Je hebt aan de ingang zal zijn via de nieuw weergevonden weg. De Kronenburgweg wordt dan een eenrichtingsweg. Ja, je komt daar inrijden, je wordt daar opgevangen door verkeersregelaars die je begeleiden, informeren. En je rijdt zo richting het evenemententerrein van Roelie's op. De mensen worden dan ook afgezet op het terrein. En dan heb je de andere kant op, de andere rijrichting, dat ze weer uitrijden. En dan kunnen ze richting de Frederikshoofdweg. Wij zorgen dus voor onder andere de toegangscontrole naar de hallen, de veiligheid op het terrein, het in- en uitgaand het transportverkeer en ook het bewaken van de goederen en de stands tijdens het hele evenement.
Goedemiddag natuurlijk. Ik denk dat we voldoende informatie hebben gegeven. Dus vragen die u heeft, pers heeft altijd vragen. Die kunt u nu stellen. Mag in het Nederlands, mag in het Engels.
Wie? Niemand? Oké. Oh, zo ben ik als eerste.
Goedemiddag, good afternoon. My name is Gloria. I will talk in Dutch, and if I have a question, I will ask in English. Meneer Welkedijk, u heeft gezegd, u zorgt voor de veiligheid op de wegen. Hoe zit het met de Magenta-kanaal die altijd druk is? Vanuit de commissariswijtingweg. Dus een standaard file. Wordt daar ook iets mee gedaan?
Ja. Ja, daar is goed over nagedacht. We hebben nu een situatie, zoals jullie weten, is momenteel sinds gisteren ook de brug over de Saramaka-kanaal is ook geopend, als het goed is. Dus dat wordt een ontlasting voor deze brug hier bij commissaris Wijtingweg. Dus we hopen dat daardoor iets minder verkeer daarover zal rijden. We weten dat de Magenta-kanaalweg een hele drukke verkeersader is. Vandaar dat we besloten hebben om via de Kronenburgweg het verkeer te begeleiden. Ja.
Want van
welke kant wordt die inrichting? Kan ik hier alleen erin of van die kant alleen erin?
Nee, je kan alleen via de nieuw weergevonden weg inrijden. En daarbij word je dan begeleid door de verkeersregelaars.
Ja.
Oké, ik krijg een goede aanvulling van mevrouw Marmi. We beginnen in tegenstelling tot de voorgaande SEOGS Summits ietsje later. Er is daar ook rekening mee gehouden, ook met de spits, zodat er iets minder verkeer op de weg is.
En hoe laat is dat?
We starten nu om 9 uur als het goed is. Of 9:30. Sorry. 9:30.
's morgens.
Ja, correct.
Question for you, sir. You were talking about local content, about the local companies. Are you only working with local companies, or are other companies involved as well?
Hello. Yeah, well, I mean, our joint venture is with Staatsolie and Fossil Energy Consulting. So the organising committee is us as the international partner, and Staatsolie and Marnie's company as our local partners. We've recently opened an office in Suriname ourselves as well. So Priscilla sits in our office in Paramaribo, and we're looking, and so does Genevieve, who's behind you and past you the microphone. We're looking to recruit another 3 or 4 people. And then when it comes to actually delivering the event itself, all the operations, all the logistics, I mean, everything is done by local suppliers. Occasionally, we might import something that can't be designed or imported here in Suriname, but again, that's imported through a local company. So when it comes to local companies, all the, I'd say maybe 50% of the exhibitors and the delegates are local companies. Yes, we work with international companies when we're bringing international companies in as sponsors and as delegates. When it comes to delivering the event and all the suppliers that support the event, they are local companies. In fact, I can't think of anyone that is an international company off the top of my head. And I think we have an online exhibitor manual which lists all of the local suppliers that we work with, and a lot of them were here today to meet with exhibitors because they will be building the stands or providing services to the exhibiting companies.
Can you tell me how many countries will attend, will join?
We're hoping we'll have representation from around about 40 different countries this year. I mean, it goes up every year, and as a company, Global Event Partners, we kind of specialise in emerging markets and growth economies. We have a big portfolio in Africa, the Americas, the Middle East. We also have an event in China and China this year and Qatar next year. So as we grow and as this event grows, we can bring in more companies and investors to form partnerships with local companies from further parts of the world. And I think when we started the event 5 years ago, many people had never heard of Suriname. A lot of people still, when I say I'm going to Suriname, they're, you're off to Africa again, Alex. I'm like, no, it's not in Africa. They speak Dutch. So I think part of our job is as well as investing, as well as bringing investors here to Suriname, is promoting brand Suriname to the world. I mean, I know the Borgo, the rum factory, I'm a big fan of Steve, the MD. He's kind of a marketing guy, but one of the troubles he's always had selling Borgo is you need to sell brand Suriname. I mean, if you're selling tequila from Mexico or coffee from Colombia or you know, biscuits from the UK, there's kind of a country brand that sits behind your product. So that's something that Suriname is developing, and something that I think this event is doing a lot to help. You know, it's as much about selling Suriname to the world and the warmth and the culture and the people. Because if you're going to come here and set up a company and set up a business, you want to know you're going to be happy working here, working with the people of the country. So selling that is as important as selling the event itself.
Thank you.
Goedemorgen, stop voor 12. Mijn naam is Siva Goldman van ATV. Even though you have the microphone, you can answer further. In one of the first slides, you had it about the visitors that we have with the growth that has been seen from 2021 to last year. What does the organization expect? A bigger venue, a much larger space? Do you expect the visitors rate to expand?
Absolutely, yeah. So I think the slide behind me shows the tracking we've had year on year with delegates, exhibitors, visitors, and you know, besides the bigger venue, besides the national holiday that the government has announced on the 20th, that I think will help the General Public Day. Besides the fact that Staatsolie are a fantastic joint venture partner to have, there's been this little thing called an FID that I think is going to help. Bring even more visitors. So Total Energy's FID with their co-ventures that was signed last year and announced. I mean that now has made what's happening here a reality to the world. So you know, if you move to the next slide, our kind of projections for this year. You know, these are just projections, but they are the targets we set ourselves. You know, we are looking for 250 exhibiting companies. We are tracking ahead year on year. I think across the 3 exhibition halls, and bearing in mind we have more space, and Hall 3 is double the size of what it was last year. We're around about 90% of capacity already. So you know, it's looking like another sold out exhibition. Delegates, given the size of the new auditorium, and that we will have a local content delegate pass for the Friday, for the 4th day. So, you know, as I said, it's free to attend the exhibition as a visitor, but there will also be the opportunity, if you just want to attend the 4th day, to buy a local content pass, which is, you know, priced at a couple of $100. You know, we try and make the event accessible to everybody. So yeah, we're looking for 1,000 delegates and, you know, hopefully 12,000 visitors. And as I said, it's free to attend as a trade visitor, as long as you pre-register. And that gives you access to day 2, day 3 and day 4. And then even if you're not a sort of business professional, you can attend on the final day on a general public pass. So anyone can attend. I mean, we would, when I say anyone, try not to bring your children and your pets, but you know, anyone that's interested in understanding what's happening in the industry is welcome to come along on that Friday. And yeah, if we end up with more than 12,000 visitors, then fantastic.
That's it probleem, Franco.
Oh yes, sorry, just one other thing on the visitor registrations. I know there'll be questions. We don't normally open visitor registration until around about 4 to 5 weeks before the event. And that's because 80% of visitors normally come from the country where the event is. So yeah, just so that people are aware. And as I said, it's free.
Ik zal het straks een beetje vertalen, maar ik ben het met jullie eens.
Register is so that we get an idea of numbers that will be on site, and that's a health and safety thing, so that we can manage the people. I remember 2 years ago, you know, we actually had to close visitor registration because the numbers were accelerating so quickly that we were worried in discussions with the Torarica that we wouldn't be able to manage the amount of people on site. Once we had the health and safety checks done, then we would reopen visitor registration. So yeah, normally 4 to 5 weeks before the event, visitor registration.
You talked about giving everybody an opportunity to attend the event. Has there been a survey done with the relocation? Because Torarica is in the heart of the city and Roelie is a bit down south, and not everybody really likes coming here. What Manisha explained with the peak and the traffic. Has there been a survey done to see if people are interested to coming this far?
Well, I don't know if there's been a survey as such done, but what I can say is we have spoken to every single one of our 200 exhibitors about the venue move, and you know, we planning. We plan the events over a year ahead, and I was here in Suriname in the break during the pandemic when we were originally looking to run the event in Suriname as an in-person event, because the first event was done online. And this was actually the first venue I visited, and at the time I thought it was a little bit too far out of time and it wasn't big enough because you only had this hall. And then, once the Torrica started building the new tower and we were looking at new venues, I thought I'd come back and look, and I hadn't realised they'd started building the new auditorium. They've also acquired extra land where our hall 2 is. So suddenly, without having discussions with us, our kind of partners at Roelie's have taken the initiative to add the additional capacity, which means we can now bring the event here. And so there are challenges with the traffic. The biggest thing that I think our customers have been worried about is the time it takes to get to the venue. But I came this morning, I left at 8 from the Torrica, it took me 31 minutes. I was here 2 weeks, a month ago. I'm here, it's like my home from home. I spend so much time here, I feel very at home here. And every time I've done the route in the morning, it's taken me no longer than half an hour. And what I always try to explain to people is from an international perspective, it's very normal to get on a bus to a conference. It's very normal to commute 45 minutes, an hour and a half, 2 hours to work every day. In a city the size of London, I live in West London.
Ik heb even die vraag gesteld hoor, dat er vertaald wordt. Want ik versta het wel, maar het gaat razendsnel.
An hour and a half to 2 hours on the train. That's normal. You wouldn't even dream of driving it. So actually, half an hour from on a bus that's provided for you for all of the delegates, or car parking space, as long as you're going against the traffic in the morning, and then in the afternoon, the idea is the exhibition normally finishes at 4:30 to 5. The conference finishes at 5, and there'll be a drinks reception on an exhibition stand, and then a delegate cocktail in the delegate lounge. So by the time the event's finishing in the evening, the traffic has died down. It means people can head back to the hotels again against the traffic, and then the evening receptions will be hopefully around the pool of the new Radisson, one in the Rum House, probably one in the bar. So we're managing when people come to the event, when people leave the event, to try and avoid any issues with kind of traffic. And again, we're working very closely with PROSA on a detailed security plan to make sure we're managing traffic in and around the venue. We're providing shuttle buses from all of the major hotels. So we do everything we can to sort of circumnavigate any potential challenges around the venue move. And I think the fact that people will have a longer time to build up, to break down, and better work through the night if they need to. It's all very, very positive what we're able to do here, and also it showcases a new venue in Suriname that many people might not have been aware of, or particularly from an international perspective. Much like we're looking to host a golf day this year because we haven't done that before, and I know from personal experience lots of internationals that come here aren't aware that there's a golf course. So again, it's promoting brand Suriname to the world.
Thank you. En voor de meneer van Impulsa, denk ik wat ik ben nu naam vergeten. Om terug te komen op dat gedeelte van security, je gaf aan er is een deel bij Rock Oil waar men, of Roy waar men kan parkeren. Maar dat is, ik ga het doen?
Je hebt eigenlijk 4 parking places. Even uit het hoofd. Je hebt eentje hier op het terrein. Je hebt daarnaast naast Rock Oil heb je nog waarschijnlijk 2 parking spots. En je hebt op de hoek van de Nieuwe Zorgweg, daar bij het voetbalveld, heb je ook nog een parking spot. Ja.
Dus het gaat voor mij om de locaties. Want ik denk dat de mensen die op de venue gaan zijn, gaan hier parkeren. Dus er gaat sowieso geen plek zijn voor anderen. Het is toch wel een eindje om te lopen. Zijn er misschien caddies of moet men gewoon lopen vanuit de parkeerplaatsen? Want je hebt bepaalde vrouwen met hun mooie hakken en het is toch wel een eindje lopen.
Geen hakken.
Ja, ook daar is over nagedacht. Dus de organisaties zijn nog bezig om daar een soort shuttle faciliteit te creëren. Zodat de mensen van de parkingspots naar de hallen kunnen komen.
Dat gaat net eens een zijn. Dank u wel.
Goedemiddag, ja, zo 12 uur. Speciaal voor de veiligheid. Ik zie in uw plan geen locatie voor de spoeddiensten?
Ja, de spoeddiensten gaan we hier ook onderbrengen. Er wordt een plekje gecreëerd vlak bij de ingang. Dus als je daar, het zal zeer waarschijnlijk bij het inrijden zijn of bij het uitrijden. Daar hebben we nog geen specifieke plek bepaald. Maar daar wordt sowieso rekening mee gehouden. Ik heb hier ook niet verteld alle andere zaken zoals de samenwerking met de politie, zodat we de samenwerking met het commissariaat, dus dat er goede bewegwijzering komt, al lang voordat het evenement gaat plaatsvinden, zodat we alle mensen, verkeersgebruikers kunnen attenderen, dat er binnenkort wel een andere verkeerssituatie hier zal zijn.
Waarom ik de vraag ook stel, en ik denk dat vele van ons mediabedrijven ook dezelfde vraag zullen hebben. De media zal regelmatig op en neer gaan. Is er wat bijzonders, iets aparts voor ons geregeld?
Dan zou ik deze vraag eigenlijk bij de organisatie willen neerleggen. Misschien dat mevrouw Maart die daarop antwoord kan geven.
Ik heb net al het gedaan hoor, maar ik geef nog een keer. Dus dat is de venue, hoe ze het gaan doen. Het is een lastige weg hoor, Magenta, super druk. Ze gaan om 9:30 beginnen, zeggen ze, maar tot hoe laat?
Misschien voordat ik die vraag beantwoord. We hebben een long-standing partner als het gaat om help. Mensen kunnen in problemen komen. CCC, die had altijd al een ambulance en een facility bij Donderdag. Dat wordt gewoon hier naartoe gebracht. Met betrekking tot de vraag van de media, dat is een hele goede vraag. Er is vorige keren was er altijd een media plek voor de media. Maar nu praat u over hoe gaan we snel in en uit. Dat is een zaak die we nog verder moeten uitkristalliseren. Daarop kan ik geen antwoord. Maar het is wel een heel belangrijk punt dat u aanhaalt.
Als je ploegen hebt, ik heb geen ploeg.
Nog meer vragen, opmerkingen? Ik denk, laten we beginnen met de pers. Ontzettend te bedanken dat jullie hier zijn. Het is belangrijk dat we, wanneer we weggaan hier, dat we de boodschap heel goed hebben begrepen. Het was belangrijk om vandaag de exhibitors hier te hebben, omdat het een nieuwe venue is. We waren heel goed bij Donderdag, maar voor obvious reasons konden we daar niet blijven. We hebben heel lang nagedacht van waar moet het georganiseerd worden. We zijn uiteindelijk, omdat Roelie onze partner is vanaf day one, is het besluit genomen omdat hier de beste plek was en we altijd hele goede service van ze hebben gehad. Vandaar dat het hier is. Net wat Alex zegt, we promoten niet alleen energy, het is meer dan oil and gas, het is energy. We promoten Suriname. Omdat als bedrijven die in de energiesector gaan komen, maar ook alle services die eromheen zijn, moeten ze weten, maar wie zijn die Surinamers? Wat is dat volkje dat daar in Zuid-Amerika is? Dus het was belangrijk dat die ook hun comfort level omhoog ging. Een belangrijke, daarom u ziet, je praat over Ramhouse. De meeste deals worden gesloten in een networking environment. Daarom zijn, en wij houden van Suriname, houden van feesten. Geef ons brood en spelen, we zijn ready. Als je ons geen eten geeft, af feest naar boom. Eten moet altijd goed zijn. Dus voor de lokalen, want iedereen heeft zijn mond vol natuurlijk over local content. Voor de lokale bedrijven die heel graag onderdeel willen zijn van deze nieuwe industrie, want het is een hele nieuwe industrie van ons. 45 jaar is Staatsolie al bezig, maar offshore is like outer space. So laten we, behalve de royalties en de belastingen en de profit oil, laten we ook de lokalen betrekken en dat we focussen niet alleen op services voor de industrie, maar dat we met z'n allen we level up. Als het nou in de toerisme sector is, nieuwe mensen komen, focus on the people, housing. So het is veel meer dan alleen 200.000 barrels per dag pompen. Daarom doen we het. En last but not least, the people zijn de eigenaren van deze non-renewable resource. Daarom zie je ook dat het aantal bezoekers op die laatste dag altijd is gaan groeien. Omdat iedereen moet weten, we hebben olie, wat betekent dat? Dus dit platform geeft de mensen in Suriname een flavor van wat is die industrie. Dan kunnen ze dat ook zien. En daarom is het belangrijk. En ik ben een optimist voor zang. En ik ben, dus toen ik hoorde van 20 juni is een vrije dag, dacht ik, het is een goede opportunity voor al die mensen die niet naar hun werk hoeven. Al die jonge mensen die we hoop moeten geven. Van, het is niet alleen maar olie, er zijn zoveel andere industrieën die hier gaan zijn. Er zitten daarachter mensen die events organiseren. Dus als u een event wil hebben op niveau, dan zijn er mensen die zich zodanig hebben ontwikkeld en ze verrassen me elke keer weer. Ik was net naar een mooi feestje van de nieuwe Gummels Airport. Het brengt ons allemaal een stuk dichter bij het hogere doel. Dus daarom doen we het. En ik hoop dat u als pers die boodschap kunt overdragen aan ons allemaal.
Oké. Yes, dankjewel. Denk ik.
Unless there's any more questions, we can do a quick tour of the venue should you wish of the press.
Please.
Perfect.
We gaan even een tour krijgen, mensen van de venue. Ik neem mijn tas mee, want ik weet niet wie hier is. Let's go. Ik vind ook dat we in Suriname slecht zorgen voor vertaling. Als er in het Nederlands wordt gesproken, is er niemand die voor de Engelse persoon vertaalt. Als er Engels wordt gesproken, is er niemand die vertaalt. Dat heb ik laatst weer gemerkt, ook bij Weg naar Zee. Dan zijn de Chinezen, we praten allemaal Nederlands en niemand vertaalt voor de Chinezen. Slechte zaak. Moeten we beter doen.
Microfoon.
Waar moeten we naartoe?
Nee, de microfoon is bij mij.
Waar moeten we naartoe? Oh, sorry mensen. Ja. Maar en we hebben een hele goede persoon die vertaalt hoor. Dat is, hoe heet ze? Odette is een geweldige vertaalmevrouw. Maar op een of andere manier wordt er niet aan I don't know waarom ze dat niet doen. Of die meneer zou een oortje moeten hebben. Dan gaan we zijn jasje trekken, hij praat te snel. Waar gaan we nu naartoe? Maar wachten we op. Waar moeten we naartoe? Hier wachten? Waar gaan we naartoe?
We gaan een tour doen door alle hallen.
Oké.
Dus kijken zien.
Oké.
Uitleggen waar wat komt.
Ja, ik heb net verteld dat jij wat mij betreft, ik heb je vaker gezegd, de beste bent in het vertalen. Wat mij opvalt, is mij ook laatst opgevallen bij Weg naar Zee, dat toen aan Nederlands praten zitten Chinezen bij, is niemand die vertaalt in het Engels. Daarna wordt het ook niet, is het niet iets dat we moeten gaan oppakken, want nu werd ook niet vertaald voor deze meneer wat die ene mevrouw zei. Is er iets dat we, hoe doen we dat? Daar letten we niet op of zo?
Soms gebeurt het wel. Ik moet inderdaad zeggen dat het helaas niet genoeg gebeurt.
Ja, hè?
Ik denk dat het wel een punt is waar je regelmatig zegt, we gaan er allemaal vanuit dat iedereen Engels spreekt. En ik denk,
Maar die meneer hij spreekt geen Nederlands. En zij vertelde iets. Dat zou mooi zijn als hij het ook zou kunnen horen.
Dat ben ik met je eens. Dus ik denk dat we daar inderdaad wel meer op moeten letten.
Ja.
Toe. Vandaag was het hier wel.
Was je er wel als vertaling?
Nee,
Oh.
dat was er niet. Maar er waren ook een paar buitenlandse bedrijven hier die ook gaan meedoen aan de SEOGS. Die hier Engels spraken.
Aha.
Dus voor hun was de eerste presentatie was volledig in het Engels.
Oké.
Alleen maar het stukje van Staatsolie was in het Nederlands.
Oké.
Dus daar hebben we dan wel eigenlijk afgesproken met elkaar dat het Engels aanneembaar was, omdat je ook inderdaad de buitenlandse gasten had hier. En ik denk, ik wilde erbij zeggen dat we mogen zijn aan passen Suriname, want ons Engels niveau
Ons Engels is goed, ja, maar
Dus
want
wat dat betreft-
hij sprak vrij
Ja,
snel.
hij sprak vrij
Maar ook je gast moet weten wat er gezegd wordt in het Nederlands. En je bent de perfecte, nogmaals mensen, Odette Miranda, voor mij de perfecte vertaalster. Als Engels, heb je er nooit goed in Engels? Ja, het is geweldig.
De pers wil graag een presentatie. Althans, ik. Want dan kan ik. Ja, nee, het is
Hoe meer ze dat willen. Dus
nee, bij mij ging het. De presentatie
It's built on an open field, right? Yeah. But yeah, once you get to see it, you feel like it's big, there's space. And actually, if you actually look at the venue layout, it goes to a purpose-built convention center. You often have that runway down the middle where you have
Zo lief. Kijk eens, zo geweldig. So can I ask you a question, sir? Yes. My followers say he's speaking too fast.
I'm very.
So where are you from originally? Texas?
I'm from London, England.
Oh, London English.
Yeah, but when I get excited, I speak.
I know.
Quickly,
I have the same thing.
My colleague kept pinching me and asking me to slow down a little bit.
The next one.
Yeah, Marcella on the left.
On the left. She has to pinch you harder, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So you're here just to promote this venue. This.
Yeah, I mean, the purpose of today, it's kind of an exhibitor open day, so we had, I think about 130 exhibiting personnel.
Today?
Yeah, that have been
130
here today.
people came?
Yeah, so they came really for us to talk them through the new venue, to explain the layout, to explain the features, to present the online e-zone, the exhibitor manual, where they get all of the operations and logistical information they need for this year's event, and then for them to meet with a lot of the local suppliers. So most of the suppliers, the printers, florists, stand contractors.
Everyone was here.
Everyone was here, and it's a good way for people to network. You know, it doesn't cost them anything. It's a learning opportunity. And as you can see, a lot
You
of
have
the
to go.
suppliers at the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
We need
yes,
to
yes.
do
No
the
problem.
tour
Thank you.
quickly.
We're going to walk. We'll follow you. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
So you were at the IBC event in February, the International Business Conference that was at Azoria?
If I was the conference?
Yeah, were you at the International Business Conference in Azoria in February?
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, okay, I saw
yes,
you. I
yeah.
remember you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
remember my face? That's
Yeah,
good.
of course, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
much nice.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Alex.
to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes, I spoke to you, Alex.
I think so, yeah.
Yes,
you did,
yes, yeah.
Yeah, so we're a bit involved in that one as well.
Okay, in Azuria. Yes.
Yeah, so that runs in it's hosted by the Suriname Guyana Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and it runs in Suriname 1 year, and then Guyana the next
And Guyana, yeah. So you know the CEO of the Suriname Energy Chamber as well?
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah,
Orlando,
of course,
yes,
he's a
yes.
great guy.
Yeah.
He's extremely passionate.
Yes, very much so.
Fantastic vision and a drive.
Yes,
Yeah.
the drive he
Yeah,
has, yes.
absolutely,
I have a couple of
So
times.
we should probably stop here
Yes.
first, actually.
Dat is een heel groot. Jullie moeten even hier stoppen, gaan we, zeggen ze.
Yeah, and I'll just talk you through as we're walking past stuff. Is there more press or is there? Yeah, I think oil now are fine. So yeah, essentially this is hall 1 that we were in.
Yes, the one.
So that'll be exhibition hall 1. We'll do the delegate and exhibitor registration will be in front of hall 1. So if you're a delegate or an exhibitor, you can be driven right in. There'll be a one-way traffic system. You can be dropped off outside and register. So if it's raining, you can be dropped off at the front door without getting wet.
So there's a bus
Absolutely.
over there picking up the people and bringing them on
You'll
front.
be able to drive right in down the venue, and there'll be a one-way system. So the cars and the buses will be able to drive in, turn around and drop people off at the registration. There's a car park at the back there that will be exhibitors and sponsors will be given car parking access. They'll be hired another field here.
Yes, next to the
from
neighbour.
the landowner, and that will be gravelled and flattened, which we've already started. So there'll be additional car parking here, and then on the other side of the Magenta Canal, there's 2 more overspill car parks that will be available for visitors.
Like my colleague said, I think because of all the people are coming, the stand owners, you call them, right? I think this will be full of cars for them.
I guess there
But they're
That's
going
why there'll
over
be,
there.
There'll be a one-way loop, and there'll also be walking tracks down either side. That I think we'll paint in or signpost.
Okay.
So visitors that get dropped to the front can walk up, and then delegates and sponsors and exhibitors can park in the car.
Over there. Oh, helemaal die kant op.
We never had any
sponsors and the exhibitors like I saw on the blueprint, everything will start at that side because there's where the new Weer gevonden weg is.
Yes.
And the gravel street is the Kronenbergweg, so everybody comes at that side.
Yeah.
So when you move out, you can go that side out.
Yeah.
That's the new sort of way.
I believe so. And then this will be Exhibition Hall 1. We'll do the registration here. This is Exhibition Hall 2, so we've co-invested in this marquee with Naeem and Roelie's. And so that'll be Exhibition Hall 2. Between Exhibition Hall 2 and Exhibition Hall 1, we're building another marquee, so the jumbo delegate lounge will be built in here. It's gonna
in
be,
this area.
Four times the size of what it previously was, because we're a bit further out of town, we need to build bigger features, so there's more, there'll be more space to network, more space to recharge your phone, more places to eat, more places to relax. We've got
nice.
5 pre-camps that we've recently bought that will be attached to the front of the delegate lounge. They will be private meeting rooms.
Pre-camps, you call them. So
we'll
private
them,
meetings.
Yeah, so we'll be turning them into
the
containers.
Yeah.
But they'll have a door, they'll have a window, they have air conditioning, and then we'll turn it into a private meeting room. So Staatsolie have one, Total Energies have booked one, Petronas have booked one, Chevron have booked one, because they have bringing their.
So they can bring clients inside to speak with them in private.
Meetings, and then there'll be another one that will be available for other sponsors to book one-to-one meetings on a kind of concierge service. And then over here on this side, this will be where the new Hall 3 is. So it will start from here and it will run all the way down to the auditorium. So Hall 3 is 2 or 3 times larger than it used to be. There will be the exhibitor cafe at the back. There will be the Heineken bar at the back.
Hier Heineken bar.
Heineken bar. Have to be.
Borgo en zo. Het is een grote ruimte hier bij Roelie's heeft. Dat is wel een voordeel.
The English people say we're going to drink a pint.
Yeah. You see, if you have a pint in this country, you have to drink it very quickly or it will get warm. So,
yes.
Because
you're very happy very quickly. I mean, I would personally start with a parbo and then I'll switch to
Borgo.
Yeah.
Of a Heineken.
To a parbo and then I'll switch to a Heineken. And then in Hall 3 we should have the Borgo kind of lounge.
The Borgo lounge komt daar in hal 3.
Okay. And then also because we're not at a hotel venue, as we were saying, we bring in food trucks. They're probably along this run here.
En hier gaan er food trucks komen.
At the end we'll have lots of local food trucks.
Okay.
Promoting Surinamese cuisine, bringing in more local suppliers. So if you're not a delegate, well, you get a delegate lunch or have the exhibitor cafe. Visitors or anyone can buy food from the food truck. So that's something we couldn't do before because we're in a hotel venue, so you have to use
exactly
the amenities of the hotel.
Yeah, so we can open up the supply chain of the event.
Dat is natuurlijk mooi.
Yeah, which is
Torarica moesten ze van Torarica afnemen. Nu zijn ze daar vrijer in.
Will there be a process by choosing which venue? No, which food truck comes through?
Yeah, they have to submit to us. Well, we are reaching out.
Yeah, we reach out to through our exhibitor network, through our joint venture network, through our partners, through everywhere we've been coming here for 5 years, 4 or 5 times a year. We ask everyone for recommendations.
Was die er al of is net? Net. En dit wordt zo ook.
It's a discussion with the organising committee.
Dit wordt ongeveer hetzelfde. Hier. Wauw. Het is echt een heel grote zaal hoor. Dat zie je. Wauw.
This space here, where this marquee to the auditorium, that will be another marquee. That will be the delegate kind of coffee area. So from the auditorium, you go to the coffee breaks, you go straight to Hall 3, which will finish right away up there. See, I think now we'll have maybe 250 exhibitors in total, which will be fantastic.
250? Wow, that's a lot. Zoveel standhouders. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're around about 90%.
Het gaat natuurlijk niet alleen maar over oil and gas, hè. Het gaat over veel meer.
It's incredible.
It's the energy.
Absolutely.
So this is another one, right?
Yeah, I mean, lots of people waiting.
registered offices. They had registered offices, but they hadn't opened offices.
Oh, and now they do.
Yeah, now they've all opened offices, and now they're resourcing, now they're recruiting. Now, I mean, there's so many internationals that are now looking to open
ook weer een zaal. Wel, daar hoor mensen.
I guess
Alleen kleine vliegtuigen gaan landen volgens mij.
The visitor numbers went up because a lot of people want to have information about job prospects and to see if they can score something.
That's why we do the general public day on the final day, because it means exhibitors know then on the final day there'll be lots more people, like students, people coming to look for jobs. Exactly. So they put on more of their HR staff on their stands rather than on sort of day one where they just meet delegates, day 2 and day 3 where they're meeting trade visitors. They know it's more business orientated. So it means it's accessible to everybody, and it just helps manage the flow of
So you have your own company now, your office in Suriname, right? In Paramaribo?
Office in Suriname, yeah, in Paramaribo, and yeah, 2 of our staff were with us.
And you're looking for more people, I heard you say.
We're
okay, what kind of job? What kind of job is that?
We're looking.
She's live.
I'll tell everybody. I mean, we're looking for a marketing assistant. We're looking for a researcher, and then after that, we're probably looking for an operations assistant. We're also recruiting for another delegate sales executive at the moment as well. So there's a number of jobs. We're using Juni Detaching. They're our manpower agency. So if you're interested, please send your CV to them. They're doing the screening interviews, and then either if it's the sales role, our sales manager Priscilla, who's here, will do the first interview, and then our commercial director Giancarlo will do the second. But yeah, please approach Juni if you've got the skill set and ask them for the job specs, and then submit your CV. And,
I will write it down later so people can see what is required.
And also the website.
And also the website, yeah.
We can share that.
Maybe I'll apply for a job as well.
but not a marketing assistant, because you already do enough marketing.
I'll be honest and let you know that the events industry was voted in the top 10 most stressful jobs in the world.
Is true?
Yeah,
oh my
and
God.
there was somebody telling some of my colleagues at an event we were at recently, and I said, please don't tell them that. And also
the most stressful job.
That was number 8, and that was just normal events. If you do events in emerging markets, which is what we specialise in, which I like to call the fun places or the hard places, then
it's stressful.
It's stressful, even more stressful.
Yeah. Okay.
But you've been coming here for 5 years. What is your opinion about Suriname?
I love Suriname. I love Suriname. I love Sue Hat from the. There's a shop that sells.
Yes.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And my mum's called Sue, so sometimes it's for Mother's Day, sometimes it's for Suriname.
But what do you like about Suriname? Because you said I love Suriname.
I like the people. I mean, the warmth, like the people, the culture. There's just a warmth about the people of Suriname.
You don't have it in England?
Have you been to England?
Oh yes, a couple of times.
I'm a Londoner. I love London. It's a fantastic city.
I know.
For the summer, which lasts about a month.
A month.
And
Same in Holland.
It's great. It's oppressive. It's busy. People are moody. It's a fantastic city, but it's not necessarily a particularly friendly place. I mean, I like the anonymity. But Suriname is a very warm and friendly place, and you want to work with Surinamese people because they have a warmth.
Yes.
So I think that's a huge
and
thing.
Our Suriname
the food's amazing as well.
And the food is amazing, right?
And also, like Garden of Eden is incredible food. It's like the best Thai restaurant I've ever been to, and it's here in Suriname. I mean, Photo is brilliant high-end dining. I mean, the food's lovely. You've got so many different cuisines that represent the nationalities.
You have different types of cuisines.
True. London's a very diverse city, and Suriname's a very diverse country. And actually, one of the best things about London is I think it works as a cross-cultural, diverse city, and you see that here in Suriname. But in lots of places I work around the world, it doesn't work, or not nearly as well as it works here and in London. So it's an important thing.
Yeah, we've been living together almost longer than 100 and something years. So
yes.
I guess we tolerate each other much longer.
Indeed, yeah. And we work. As I said, we work with lots of local suppliers. Our delegate bags every year are made by talking prints. So it's women in the interior that hand make every delegate bag, and stuff like that's fantastic to do to celebrate the culture and the people. So yeah,
only the connection to Suriname is a little bit. You have to go to Holland, through Holland, right?
I have to fly through Amsterdam all the time, but we have a great partnership with Suriname Airways. Always an adventure, as I like to say. but that's part of the
Okay.
I got here perfectly on time yesterday. Sometimes I don't, but it's fantastic. You've got a national airline carrier, and that should be championed. And they provide us, they're our national airline carrier of the event. They have a stand every year. They support the event. They provide discounted flights.
Nice, that's great.
An adventure travelling with them.
Yes. When are you going back to London?
Well, this is a short trip this time. I was here a month ago for 2 weeks, and I brought my daughter, who's just turned 4. She's been to Suriname, I think 4 times.
Really?
Already. She's half Colombian, half English, but she's been here more than Colombia. She's been to Guyana once as well. So yeah, I'm flying out on Friday, but then I'll be back again soon.
Tomorrow you're flying back home. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a safe travel then.
Thank you very much.
Have
Pleasure.
a safe travel also. Do you have a business card so that I don't rape your name?
Do, yes.
We say rape?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a strange surname, but there we go. I've never met anyone in the world with my surname.
Molds.
Molds, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Can I
about
have your
something
card
else.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're thinking about the green stuff that but
Indeed,
that's been out of you.
Oké mensen, ik ga eruit. Het was weer even leuk om dit te zien. Ja, ik ga eruit. Het was leuk om er weer bij te zijn nu om dit te zien. Geweldig. We houden je op de hoogte. Later.